Hey, it's Frankie here, and this one's going to be a little off-the-cuff video. I want to tell you guys something that I wish I knew in my agency years ago would have made life a lot easier, and it's called Don't Work with Beginners. Now, there's nothing wrong with a beginner, so let's get into why that is and why it's going to be super important for you. So, there's nothing wrong with beginners, by the way. Beginners are cool people too. We love them. But I'll tell you, they make shitty agency business partners because they usually come in the door without working offers, without working sales, without working infrastructure. They often, if they're local businesses, they don't know how to answer the phone. They don't know how to convert that business. And they're often just expecting you to be the hero who's going to come in, turn on the ads, and it's just going to suddenly make everybody millionaires based on just pushing the magic button. And very rarely is that true, by the way. In fact, most often what happens is you turn on the ads to show them that their offers don't work, because that's what happens with beginners. And then there's another thing that can really suck is when you work with a business that's so big that it's so bureaucratic that you have to have 17 meetings about meetings in order just to make the smallest little decision. Everybody's got to be on the same page. So I'll tell you my sweet spot, and I work a lot with local businesses, is businesses that have between 2 and 10 employees and that are actively, through their own efforts, trying to grow themselves, tend to be the best because it's small enough you can still deal with the owner, but not so big that you got to go through all that bureaucracy. But they're also very growth oriented. They're willing to spend money, and they start with a certain amount of infrastructure that's already been achieved before you get in the door. We like to often think ourselves in the agency world as heroes. We're going to save a business, we're going to grow them, we're going to win, but we very rarely actually turn losers into winners. In fact, most times what we actually do is make winners win more. Sorry, my angelic glows in there. So I want you to think about that, because you'll make your life so much easier if you think more about how can I make winners win more instead of trying to turn losers into winners. So I look for signs that they're already winning. Are they running paid ads successfully? Are people buying them stuff? Do customers have good things to say about them already? Because if you have to supply all those things, you're going to find it's a way, way harder business model. We got a really cool sunset, but my phone's not really picking that up. So anyway, if you guys do that, you'll make your life so much easier, because you'll deal with business owners that are actively helping themselves. And I'll tell you how I experienced this. Running ads for beginning lawyers, and I could give them thousands of phone calls and it wouldn't matter. They wouldn't close anyone. But I remember when I started working with more of the experienced firms, I'd send them 3 and they say, hey, we closed a deal already, because they knew how to follow up with people. They knew how to close. They knew what to do with those leads. They knew how to work them. They had a value differentiator. They had, reasons to stand out in the marketplace. So I wasn't turning a loser into a winner. I was helping the winners win more. So I hope that's helpful to you guys, because if you do that, you'll avoid so many of the challenges that just make running an agency miserable. It usually stems from trying to get clients who are just never going to win in the first place, or will, on the opposite side, will just annoy you to death with bureaucracy. So may the force be with you.